Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
I wish I could speak Japanese. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the One Piece podcast.
Oh?
The only One Piece podcast.
It's not real.
It's not real. Hey, guys. Roger was lying. He was a lying, corrupt, figurehead for the side of society that's like bad and commits crimes and stuff. So you should not listen to him. The world government says the One Piece is not real. That means the One Piece isn't real as far as I'm concerned.
It's not real. And he killed that woman by having her hold his baby for 18 months.
Oh, and he killed probably other people too. He's like he was more I'm as a guy who's at Fishman Island still. Roger, he's done morally gray stuff compared to Luffy. You get some morally gray moments from him. Am I wrong or right about that? Or is he just like base and cool the whole time?
I don't know. I listen to the Navy, and so I trust that they're not making up that he's the worst guy in history.
Hey, okay. I do like when you get those images like Luffy through the eyes of the Navy and he's like scary.
He's a terrorist. He punched a celestial dragon.
Oh my god, are you serious? How's he still alive?
I don't know. It's on site. If he ever runs into an admiral, he's done for.
Yeah, if I ever see him, oh my god, if my goat... Who's your favorite admiral?
Probably... Well, wait. Well, I don't know what you know. Never mind.
I'm at Fishman Island, so what do you mean, what do I know?
I can't remember... I'll say Kizaru. The light guy.
Okay, I like him too. But it doesn't seem like he's really maximizing his powers.
It's always tough because what's it called? Remember when he had the gun pointed at him? He's like, ooh. A lot of people we don't know if that was serious or not.
Ooh, when was that Ben Beckman who pointed it at him? Hey, if you can put hockey on objects, you're probably pretty dangerous, I guess.
But still, speed of light, he really should just be killing everyone.
Speed of light, the world should not have any problems. You know how fast you can go around the world at the speed of light?
Yeah, he should be the strongest guy in history.
That should be a Gojo type figure, and he every time something happens, he just and it's like, dude, do something.
So, I saw on TikTok that there's going to be a Hitman Reborn remake. But
okay.
Now I'm looking it up on Google, and I think it's not real. I think they were lying to me.
God, that fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm hoping there's some punishment for some people.
What a fucking couple of days for me. Jeez. Mike Malone fired. I was in the middle of Target. TikTok got mad at me. Guys, don't spend your money at Target. You're not supposed to go. I just genuinely do not have access to a place where I can afford laundry detergent. Besides Target, I don't have a car. Don't spend money there. So I'm counteracting. You guys have to counteract it for me. And then on top of that,
what's no Target for? Is it against ICE?
The DEI. They rolled back. They folded on the DEI shit, and so by extension, I hate black people. I guess by spending my money there.
And they used to be heroes. They used to care for everybody.
Well, I've never seen a store go so hard on their Black History Month clothes. Target.
They had merch.
Yeah, like for years, every year they would have like full lineups of shit. And then also, so that was as if that's not bad enough. Houston Rockets fans found a tweet of mine from like early February where I said it'd be funny if the Rockets ended up the 4 seed. So I've been told to kill myself like 8 times today. It's just, I mean, you know how that shit goes. So, yeah. Just a really bumpy ride lately.
I constantly get comments on a Rockets video I made. How long ago is that now? Whenever they signed Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, where I made 8 predictions and 6 of them are right. And then the only ones are, and then 2 of them are wrong. And then Rockets fans are like, "L, how's this taste? Suck it." And I'm like, I literally was gassing up your guys before you knew who they were. Like, I'm talking about Tari Easton's defense. You didn't know who he was.
In the tweet that circled back for me, I think my specific verbiage was, I don't like the second seed has to have an all-star thing for the Şengün selection, because what if the Rockets ended up like the 4 seed or whatever? And I really only feel bad about the seeding part of that. I like Evan Thompson. It came out February 8th. I went and looked at everybody's stats since February 8th. Evan Thompson's been going pretty crazy, so... Is Şengün really their best player? Who's to say?
I'm to say, guys, he's their best player.
Hey, me too. Sorry, there's
send him some more depth.
Hey, the city with the worst interstate on the planet. I'm sure in 3 hours, and after 18 car crashes with fucking giant 4x4 SUVs, eventually someone will get to me and they'll make me pay. So that's my fault, guys.
Guys, pretend to care about Target to get more hate his way.
Hey, don't shop at Target. Don't shop at Target, especially Houston Target. Don't do it. Yeah, and so we're not talking about Mike Malone. I mean, I'm sure tangentially we'll talk about it at some point. But we're doing fake awards, which we're the 3rd podcast to do, by the way. I know we said we were ripping.
Who else did it?
We were ripping Bill Simmons straight up, and then I Googled it earlier today. Numbers on the board. The Kenny our rivals, our neck and neck rivals in terms of scale and popularity. They also dropped one, I think, literally like 12 hours ago. So, yeah, we've got our work cut out for us today.
It's okay, because there's not a lot of overlap between us two, because a lot of their listeners are probably anti-tariff, and all our listeners are pro-tariff. So,
well, they also probably celestially left, right? Like astronomically left. And I don't like
Kenny
that.
Kenny is definitely a heliocentrist, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Because a guy with that much clout, it's tough.
He could bring back geocentrism.
Yeah,
people
I know.
Trust him,
and so he's just gone yeah. What would you like to, if you had his power? What's the first thing you would do, you think?
Oh, if you
had the sway of Kenny Beachum.
If I had the media sway. Yeah. It's like Shanks when he stopped the war. Let's see. I'd probably try and get Will Hardy fired.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. I don't know what I would do. I mean, really, the Malone part of it sucks, because it's like if Will Hardy got fired, but then also Bryce got cut and had to go somewhere else and restarted his whole thing. Because I thought Malone, I mean, he's not perfect or anything, but the idea that we're just gonna go get an upgrade, that's kind of, I don't know if that'll happen. And so it rocked when Calvin Booth bitch ass got fired, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
So has there been any more news? So no matter what, it is psychotic to do it right now.
Yes, it's insane.
You could have just waited till the first round exit. So what logical reasons could there be? The only one I could think of is they want to give what's his face, Adelman.
Yeah.
They want to give him a chance to coach in the playoffs just to see how it goes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we're so screwed. Jamal's done for. We know we're not going to do a single thing in the playoffs. Let's just get this guy some reps or whatever.
Well, I mean, I get, but even then, it's like, hey, I want to see if this guy, we're in a circus, and I want to see if he's a good juggler. So we're going to light the entire tent on fire, and then we're going to see how good he is at juggling. And it's like, well, are these the circumstances you really want to judge him in? I guess. one of the things I saw that made sense, conspiracy Bill Simmons, said if they know Jamal Murray is not right, like not going to be good for the playoffs, which is definitely on the table. He's missed consecutive games, and one of the last big statements Malone had before the firing was like, hey, we're not like being safe with Jamal Murray. We're not like erring on the side of caution. He can't play right now. And so if Jamal can't play, then I feel like some of the first round exit, it would all just lightning strike to there. That would be the lightning rod for all of like the questions, criticism, everything was like, oh, Jamal Murray, this, that. What do we do about that? And they didn't want that to kind of become the excuse for Malone, or like have people being like, oh, well, how are you gonna like scrap House right now when you could have had a deep playoff run if Jamal was healthy? And so that kind of makes sense to me. But really, I mean, there's no justification for it, dude. Like, it's just to punt the playoffs. Like, it just shows such a lack of, like, you already think nothing is going to happen anyways, so you're just like, hey, I don't want to deal with these fuckers for another second.
And there's not, like, they couldn't care less about Jokic, the Kroenkes or whatever. And do you think he's on his way out now? There's a lot of people think this has opened the door to some kind of move. Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me thinks if it was gonna happen, it would have happened by now. We've seen. Well,
this feels like a door being shut.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the other part of me. The first part of me is like, we've seen these rosters that are like insane. But when he had those rosters, there was always these conversations about like, hey, this isn't the reality of the team. Jamal Murray is out, Michael Porter Jr. is out, or whatever, and we're waiting to get healthy. Now, this is closer to the reality of the team and everything. And you've fired the coach that was Jokic's entire tenure here. Like they had an extremely close relationship and everything. And I don't think this decision went down with zero consulting from Jokic or anything, or at least zero heads up. Like, I don't feel like they would just blindside him with this, but I really don't know if he would leave or ask out or whatever. And I especially like, if ZUKO was still in Dallas, I would feel more. I'd be like, oh, like something could happen there. Like they've clearly wanted to play together for forever. And I mean, if it happens in LA, I'll just launch myself into the sun.
I would be upset. I'd be really upset if that was the case. That's a worst case scenario.
We're two white people in Lakers uniforms. 3 with Reeves. I mean, oh my God, it's unthinkable. Yeah, it would really, really upset me. But I don't know. What do you think?
It is really funny hearing about the like Civil War spilling over into the team, where he's like Jalen Pickett is a casualty. Michael Malone's like trying to destroy Jalen Pickett.
Yeah,
because Calvin Booth and I wonder if we were. No, I don't listen to enough other podcasts, but I feel like we identified early on some signs of like, okay, this guy's absolutely nuts. Like he's counting on Jalen Pickett. He's calling Jalen Pickett Jokic-like.
Yeah,
that's he's out of his mind.
I don't know if that was unique for. I feel like we definitely harped on that quote specifically more than a lot of people, and the Jalen Pickett piece of it more than other people. But I would say like the whole scope of it, like the actual Civil War part of it, we really didn't touch on that much at all. Like we didn't talk about them.
Yeah, I didn't know they directly hated each other.
I guess I did. I just never I don't care about that shit. Like and I know it affects the team and everything. It's just like, I do not want to fucking talk about Calvin Booth. I don't want to do it. You can't make me. And now, I mean, I am because he's gone. But yeah, like it's just, if my GM's doing bad work, I don't want to talk about it. It's fucking annoying. And he was making just Like, I've seen some people trying to, like, there's this graphic going around of all of his transactions post 2020 when he got, like, appointed to be the GM or whatever. And I've seen some people being like, well, outside of this and that, these really aren't that bad. And it's like, no, it's fucking terrible. Every decision he's made outside of, like, the immediate wake of Tim Connolly leaving, where clearly these things were, like, set up prior to Conley's departure, and all he really had to do was pull the trigger. It's been fucking terrible. It's been, bad contracts with bad player options and picks on players that aren't really ready. I mean, I won't, like, shit on the young guys or anything, but this idea that you're just going to pick up a Christian Brown level rookie every year is fucking crazy.
He did cook with letting KCP walk, but outside of that,
and Bruce Brown, they couldn't pay him, and so I'm not, like, that mad about it. It's just the things they did to supplement those guys leaving, where it's like, hey, Reggie Jackson, oh shit, we have to dump 3-second rounders to get rid of him. Dump 3-second rounders, Deron Holmes tears his Achilles, which that's really sad, but, like, just a complete mismanagement of assets on the margins where really good teams kind of make their living,
Even like Phoenix found two guys who can play on the
They found a third
in
with
the second round.
Tumani, if you count him. I mean, shit.
Oh yeah, true.
And so it's like, yeah, if you were doing shit like that, I don't know if you'd be golden, but you'd be a lot closer to where you need to be.
Yeah. They what's it called? They said something about Reggie too. Did he I think he was part of, like, Malone didn't like him either, and he wasn't a part of the championship rotation that much or something. But Booth re-signed him. There was some kind of excerpt. With
I don't know the excerpt that you're talking about specifically. He wasn't that big of a part of the championship.
Did they re-sign him after the championship year?
I swear they. Let me see. I'm trying to.
Because I think it was a written excerpt from the Wind Horse podcast. I should go through and listen. That's when you listen to those guys. When you need an intel drop.
Yes. Jackson Nuggets contract. So, yeah, in 2022, Denver signed Reggie Jackson for a 2-year, $10 million deal, I guess. Well, that's what Google's dumb top of the thing AI is telling me right now. And SpotRack or Spotrack or whatever, they're like,
I think it is SpotRack.
SpotRack, they have a premium thing now. It's paywalled now.
No.
For
what?
to see the fucking years of the contracts and stuff. I mean, Jesus, like, I hate you people. Anyway, like, I get that we have a paywall for our second episode or whatever, but I mean, really, like, that's a formality. Like, I don't know, if somebody was uploading those to YouTube, I don't even know if I would, like, if I would go through and copyright claim them all. I'm just like, fucking give us your money if you want, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, so 22, so I think in 2022 they sign him for, like, a minimum $900,000, and then they re-sign him using the mid-level exception after that. So in 2023, the year they win the title, that's the first year of that deal, and he's not really in the rotation, and then they have to use 3-second rounders to fucking dump him.
Yeah, it's always crazy. Like, I don't know how that stuff builds up. And also, how did Tim Connolly just get a raise from Minnesota? Was it just more money?
I think
he
so.
End up leaving?
I don't think it was like that's one of the parts I've heard people point to in terms of the Cronkies don't want to spend money. It's like in coaching and executives and facilities where the Nuggets still, like, they practice in, like, a high school gym type shit. 'Cause
that's relatable. It's like Serbia.
It's a lot. Yeah, exactly. They should make it all out of dilapidated concrete and fucking fill it with, like, cigarette vending machines or whatever. But yeah, in terms of, like, in terms of spending money in those places, the Kroenkes really haven't like killed it. And losing Conley, like you could point to how the Timberwolves have operated since he got there, and the guys they've picked up on the margins, like Nickeil Alexander-Walker or whatever, and a few other players. And it's like, hey, they are doing a lot better than we are.
It just seems so crazy to be, to leave Jokic in his prime. Like, you have a chance to build around this dude in his prime, and you leave.
My nightmare scenario, you know who a few months ago said if I could build a team around anybody, I'd build it around Nikola Jokic?
Sam Presti?
Bob Myers. And I've seen people on the timeline being like, yo, he could do, and I'm like, yeah, if Kevin Durant, prime KD is a free agent, let's bring in Bob Myers, and if we can sign the second best player on the planet. Hey, if Giannis wants to come to Denver, let's get Bob Myers in here. But beyond that, like, I'm just not interested. He had all the assets in the world, and he burned that place to the ground. Denver has nothing, and they're like, hey, he could get us out of this pickle. No, dude.
I forgot he's out there lurking. This just made me nervous. It's like I just found out the megalodon is in the sea that I'm sailing in. I'm thinking about a world where Arturas is fired and Bob Myers takes over.
Oh my
How do I
God.
even feel about that? I hate Bob Myers so much. I think he's genuinely so purely stupid. Like, I've never heard him say a smart thing, and it's just all like, well, to build a team, you got to think about what guys want to be happy with, and you got to think about psychology and stuff like that. And what a disaster! Please keep that guy away from Jokic. He's a fraud. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know. This is not boding well. I liked having Jokic and a competent team out there in Denver, because really, like, this is a franchise that I guess they have been successful for the last like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a team that I feel like they could devolve pretty quickly into being just one of these, like, is Charlotte too harsh? Maybe Charlotte is too harsh.
I would say Charlotte's probably is it? I don't know. If you look at like, I would say Charlotte is probably the other end of the spectrum, where Charlotte, I feel like, has made a number of pretty sensible decisions and has kind of gotten shit luck on a few things. And they like, it's like, hey, it's like being homeless, where you hear people say, hey, you're like a bad week and a half in a financial emergency away from ending up homeless, like closer than you are to being a billionaire or whatever. With the Hornets, you're like, hey, I would have drafted LaMelo. I would pay LaMelo. At every juncture, I would have committed to LaMelo because of the stuff that I've seen. Probably would have done that with Mark Williams as well. And it's just like, you're getting bad luck on those fronts. But if you compare like the logic of the decisions that the Hornets have made and the logic of the decisions that like the Nuggets have made, the Nuggets are definitely better when you look at picking up Brown. I really do like Peyton Watson still, even though he hasn't developed on the timeline that the Nuggets needed him to. But at the same time, it's probably also easier to identify guys who might be able to contribute right away, rather than identifying like the next Giannis or whatever and taking swings on like Salon.
Yeah, and I think for the Michael Jordan tenure really makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because there's always been a willingness to tank in Denver, it seems, when things have gone wrong. Because they went from the Melo years to the Ty Lawson years, and then they
Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yeah, they missed on swings like Mudiay. They got Murray at like 5 or whatever. And yeah, I guess it is all put together by just landing one of the GOATs in the second
It's literally
round.
like what Draymond did for the Warriors, but it's the bedrock of your entire franchise. It's like, hey, it's the like 16th best player of all time, and you got him as an afterthought, and you like, yeah. Honestly, if they make the wrong decision in the Nurkic-Jokic battle,
yeah,
like, this is completely different.
Who Oh, what if he did go to Portland? That'd be pretty sick.
That would be him and Dame. Oh my god.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh my
New
god.
Bill Walton. Bill
Oh,
Walton reincarnated.
that would have been so.
What if his foot were
and Arturis? you have Bill Walton and the Arturis Arvidas. Oh my god.
Well, because Arturis was there. He's a Denver Nuggets product.
Oh yeah, I was doing research for all that, and I wasn't paying attention to this shit before when it was actually happening, like in 2016. I didn't give a fuck who the GM of the Nuggets was or whatever. But.
Well, Arturis is credited when he came to the Bulls. Is like he literally found Jokic.
Yep,
he literally found
knew
him. He's the guy. He told Tim Connolly, "This guy, get him."
But yeah, so they also had. It's crazy to have. Arturis bad, but
the worst.
Masai was there as well.
Oh yeah, and did he build the Ty Lawson teams?
I think he did. He won Executive of the Year there. I'm pretty sure.
You know what? That's what separates them from Hornets territory. They've hired a lot of good presidents too.
Yeah, I mean that does mean something. Like
that means a lot.
Yeah.
My team is held hostage by our president. I've said it many times, if we land Cooper Flag, I'm not confident we can even be good.
Yeah, I mean, what if you gave like a toddler, like the most powerful tool in the universe? It's like they'd probably make Legos or something. I don't know.
If what's his face? If Calvin Booth, if he knew this news was coming and out of spite, he pulled a Nico Harrison and gave Jokic to the Bulls for a second-round pick, I'm nervous. I'm like, we're not building a team to beat the Celtics with this guy at the helm.
Well, I mean, especially because like they're just immediately locking Gideon. Still.
Yeah, dude, imagine.
And
we loved what we saw from the Westbrook Jokic pairing.
Is there a more redundant, like, for whatever you think about Giddey, even if you think he's good, I'm not sure there's a guy you could put on to his like roster next to him to make his skill set matter less than putting Jokic there. Where it's like, hey, all right, we have everything you do. There's no reason for you to be on the floor anymore.
And the most infuriating part about it is Bulls fans would never understand that. They're incapable of understanding that. They would literally be like, we have double the passing. This is the best.
We're about to average
in the
the
NBA.
most assists in the history of basketball.
Yeah. So, but
okay.
Calvin Booth. John Wilkes.
Hey, all right, John Wilkes, Calvin Booth. Okay, let me timestamp this hoe. Timestamps. 28. Oh, it's my sister's birthday today. Happy birthday to my bitch sister.
Oh.
Yep. What are we doing now? So that was the intro. Now let's do awards. All right, so everybody, this is a fake award show, ridiculous made-up awards that Pablo and I did. We don't know each other's stuff yet. I tried to flesh mine out a little bit. So I have a number of nominees for each one, and then I have a winner. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 awards.
Okay, I think I have 6 too, but mine aren't that fleshed out.
All right. Well, do you want to start?
All right. I'll go. This is one. I have 2 nominees. The Angriest Guy Award. Who would you guess my 2 nominees are?
Draymond Green.
No, that's a good one. All right, 3.
Okay.
He's in there.
Well, he just gets mad like if he gets mad when he does something and someone points it out. Like he gets mad like unprompted.
Yeah.
Where like if he was keying my car, I would be scared to be like, Draymond, you're keying my car, please.
Has he hurt anyone this year? Like none of the Nurkic stuff has been this year, right?
Yeah, no, I think that was all last season. No, he's been pretty good this year. I'm sure there's been like a moment or two. There was one where he tripped Zach Edey, I think, where like he did the thing where if someone's foot, like he fell down and Edey's foot was between his like torso and his arm, and Draymond just like kind of held his arm close, and he's like, "What? I'm just laying here." But when you watch it, it's like he's clearly just making Edey fall down. Okay, so if Draymond's not there, is Luka here?
No.
Could I have a hint?
I'm thinking anger as in violence. These guys have dished out some pain.
Oh, okay. The most violent, like in game, they've hit people.
Yeah, they've done some damage.
Isaiah
Physical
Stewart.
damage. Isaiah Stewart's one of them.
Okay. And who else has been swinging on people this year?
And this one might be a little sneaky, but he's definitely doing damage.
Is it in Houston?
It is in Houston.
Dylan Brooks.
No.
Tari Eason.
No.
Şengün.
No.
Steven Adams.
No.
Fuck me. Am I insane? Who am I? Give it to me. Who is it?
Amen Thompson.
Well, I mean, what? Just because, like, transition, he's bouncing off people, or what?
No, remember he threw Tyler Hero.
Oh, yeah!
He grabbed Giannis by the neck. I forget what else he did. I've seen multiple angry Amen Thompson edits, like evil Amen Thompson edit.
Okay.
He's a violent guy.
This is a good case for if you're just like a fun, promising player. I don't pay attention to that kind of shit. Damn, yeah, I forgot about all that. So did he win?
So him, Isaiah Stewart, and Draymond, probably got to give it to Isaiah Stewart this year. Mm-hmm. Although I feel like Isaiah Stewart's probably justified more in a lot of. I'll have to go through the Isaiah Stewart timeline. I think he's not as much of a villain as everyone says.
No, I really don't think so. I don't like. He's got these bursts of explosive stuff.
What did LeBron do to him when he almost killed him? Wasn't it LeBron's fault and he started?
I swear, LeBron, I think it was like LeBron's elbow clipped him in a bad spot on Isaiah Stewart's head where, like, if you get cut there, you're losing all of the blood in your body, it seems like. When guys get hit in, like, the forehead or something and they're just, like, immediately covered in blood. That's what happened to Isaiah Stewart. And so then he just went at LeBron. It didn't seem like... I don't know, crazy dirty to me. Or at least it doesn't, thinking back on it, but maybe I don't have a good recollection of it.
Yeah, I'll give it to Isaiah Stewart.
Okay.
Actually, no, I will give it to Amen Thompson, because his outbursts are purely rage. Like, it's just like he gets upset and then takes it out on someone else.
Tyler Hero part of that is absolutely just him being mad, where it's like...
And Giannis, I think, is like just he was having a bad game or had a couple bad moments. And he's like, I need to unleash.
I'm
this
so mad right
somebody.
Now. You don't get to play anymore.
And there's also a clip where Asar says that like when they played 1-on-1 as kids, like, you don't get to go home if you try and go home.
Oh yeah, I saw him, and he was like smacked him or something.
Yeah, he'll like attack you.
Damn, man, not looking good for you, bro. Okay. All right, I'm cool giving it to Asar. Seems like such a out of left field. I think I would go Draymond here. I think he's been on good behavior in terms of lashing out. If this was the most violence award, I don't think he would get it. But I think in terms of anger, he just had this crazy one. I think it was against the Rockets where, like, he got a tech where literally anybody else who's ever played basketball would have been thrown out of the game. Well, I think, like, Şengün or whoever stepped to him right in front of the ref. They were doing, like, a jump ball. Draymond fucking stiff arms him right in the chest. And then he just immediately starts screaming in the ref's face. And all he got was a tech. I think, on average, Draymond is much more upset in games.
Yeah, he's the lifetime. He's like who this award should be named after.
Yeah. Okay. My first one, I'll go to one of my fewer fleshed out ones. I'll go current stock market by the dip player of the year. So this is if you've paid attention to stocks, not doing so hot.
Dropping like the NASDAQ.
They're saying 2008 is going to look like a bull market when all of this shit's done. So when I was in 2008, I was watching fucking OG Teen Titans. So if I could get back to that.
Well, we were 3 because we're 05.
I was watching OG Teen Titans. I was like, damn, Beast Boy is so cool. This is such a cool power, dude. Yeah. So my nominees for this are Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Ja Morant, and then for my winner, who would you do? You know who you would do for this?
Wait, what is it again?
So it's by the dip player of the year, where their stock's down now, doesn't look great, but you think next year bounce back. And so I the runners up, I had Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Ja Morant, and then my winner I won't say. Who would you have?
Oh, well, I'm definitely buying on Ja and Booker, and I would also buy on Şengün.
Oh, okay.
But are Booker's not even that down to me. It's just the situation that's down.
Yeah.
But I'll say Ja.
Okay. My winner, I put De'Aaron Fox here.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're gonna get some crazy conversations if he just like really feeds and feasts off of Wemby in the way that we kind of expect like a capable athletic point guard to do, you know?
Yeah, he'll definitely get a boost by playing with the GOAT.
Yeah, and so I feel like that will be the biggest one. Ja Morant, I have him on a couple different categories, I believe, nominated or winning. But yeah, I think he'd be my big runner up here just because we're already kind of seeing it tick back up again, even in like the post coach firing era and all that. I swear he's like 30, 37, and 8 on pretty solid efficiency over his last 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, we did get some clarity in the comments on last week's episode, or was it a lobbyist request? I forget, but I think it was Cunt Warlord called me a buffoon.
Mm-hmm.
Hope your mom dies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. What the
hell? He said, so the wheel is not Lisalo. That was brought in by a D2 assistant coach. Lisalo is from Paris. He's different. He brought in different ideology, and so I did get the stuff mixed up because Ben Taylor did the video on the wheel offense, and then there's this different guy who does videos on like EuroLeague head coaches and stuff like that, and he did one on Lisalo, and so I went back and rewatched that video, and so it is a lot of similar concepts, off ball movement, stuff like that, but it's not quite as stark as the wheel. There's still some pick and roll and stuff like that. So he's more like Duty Iverson cut. That's Lisalo.
Nice.
So but yeah, I'm in on Ja.
Okay. Where do you want to go next? What's your next award?
This one is Don't Forget Belgium's Crimes Award. Because Belgium historically very bad guys, but we forget about them. They were cutting hands off of innocent people in Africa, I think.
They always pop up. If you read any old book about like imperialism, it's like, Belgium has this entire village, tied hands and feet together watching their loved ones die. It's crazy. And it's always some guy, like the voice you just did, where it's like, Duty Iverson cut? That's like what their names always sound like. It's like Duke Countess Sir Isaacton or whatever, and he's like terrorizing this entire fucking country. Yeah, so fuck Belgium, but what do you got?
King Leopold, screw him.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you.
Well, there's one Belgian player that was doing some damage that we forgot about. Do you know who it is?
Belgium. Could I get a hint? What team are we looking at?
It's a rookie.
A Belgian rookie.
He disappeared after doing some damage.
Fucking hell. Lottery pick?
No.
Oh, okay. Disappeared after doing some damage. I don't know. Who is it?
AJ Mitchell. He's Belgian.
Oh.
I looked at. I don't know if he's going to be back for the playoffs. He had surgery on turf toe.
Oh.
And so I don't know what's going on, but big time pickup for the Thunder for most of the year. very, very capable drive pass defending guard. And, yeah, he's a big pickup. Guys, don't forget about him next year.
I was looking. I wanted to do. There are no active Dutch NBA players, but
has there ever been? Who's Dutch?
Rick Smits. Rick Smits is Dutch.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to do Dutch Player of the Year award, like clutch player. I thought that'd be fun.
Oh, okay.
But there's no one. So I mean,
The
maybe
Dutchman.
I didn't look that hard. So I don't know. The next one I have.
Wait, what accent is the Flying Dutchman?
Like from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
He's scary accent.
Is that an English accent? I don't know. What is Mr. Krabs?
SpongeBob, me boy. He's probably money. I'm trying to think.
I don't know what is that Scottish or no?
I think Scotland like rolls their R's a little bit more.
Let me Google. What is Mr. Krabs' accent?
Okay, all right. I know he's voiced by the guy from the Batman or the Penguin show, Mr. Maroney.
Scottish brogue.
Okay. What about
I
the
think
flying?
it's probably the same. Oh, the West Country pirate accent.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Don't go west. They get scary. All right. My next award, I had the People's Princess, the most universally liked player. And I tried to do this. It's easy when you get like Boban tier, and it's like a gimmick of a player almost. I tried to avoid that, so I wanted to get good players that it seems like everyone likes. Who do you have any thoughts on this? Who you would pick?
Is Jared McCain here?
No, that would be a good one for sure. I do have one other rookie guard on here.
Is there any top player?
What does that mean?
Like top 10-ish?
Yeah, I had one in my nominations.
Steph, maybe? Do
No.
people like Steph these days? I'm trying to think of who's the best non-polarizing.
And
player.
maybe you do view this person as polarizing. I know you love them, and I love them, and everyone else I know loves them. But maybe like you're active in some spots I'm not, where he gets hate.
Is it a Thompson twin?
Nope.
Or any of them? So let's see if I'm scrolling down, who would be the top guy? Well, I feel like LeBron is more loved than ever before.
Yes, but I didn't write him down. He's polarizing still.
Anthony Edwards, does he have ops?
Yes, you're talking to one.
Oh, okay. Wemby?
Yes, that's what I wrote down here.
Okay, yeah, the GOAT.
Yeah,
Just give it time.
I do feel like Wemby. He's probably one of them, but the guy. So my nominees, I had Wemby, and then I also wrote down Bub Carrington, and I wanted to get your take on this because I feel like in where I'm at online, everyone loves Bub Carrington, but maybe I'm just like in an echo chamber, and there's like not that many people talk about him, I guess, but it seems like he's personality-wise pretty well liked as well. And then Jared McCain would be a good one.
Yeah, I think he's only brought up positively. Like no one's like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
If you know Bub Carrington, there's no animosity yet. One guy I would say, I feel like I'm the only guy who's not all in on Cade Cunningham. Do you think Cade has ops?
I think there's probably a few in terms of Eastern Conference point guard discussions. So those centers.
Are there like Halliburton or Trey fans that are
Brunson, Trey, Halliburton squadrons. I feel like all aren't in love with him, and then also maybe some animosity from other young guards in terms of. I don't think Jalen Green fans love him, and I don't think Evan Mobley fans love him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but the guy I wrote down, Ivica Zubac, because I feel like he it's not just the personality part of it. It's not really a personality at all. Everyone like respects how good he is at basketball, even with like the like flaws in his game as far as like shooting or spacing goes, where it's just like, I'm not sure the last time I saw someone get this close to like all NBA status without like a pretty loud section of people not liking them. And I do think Zubats like could make an all NBA team, like third team this year if some shit goes his way.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have very many people who dislike him. I think McCain probably has more people who love him.
Yeah.
But there are probably just in general more people that know about McCain, like who aren't even NBA fans, who are like, he's gay for painting his nails. I hate that guy. But in general, I feel like everyone loves him in the NBA right now.
And with this, if I was to do this again, I wasn't like, as we're talking through it, I think making it like minimum 3 years of experience would probably be the move, just because rookies, you haven't been around enough for anyone to like really, unless you're like the number, like Rizashay or somebody who everybody's like hoping fails. There's just not that many people like trying to hate on a Jared McCain or Bub Carrington or whatever. But Zubats, I feel like he was like a really good nominee for this.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going next?
I'm going most plot armor of the year. Who comes to mind?
Okay. I don't want to be a legit Anthony Edwards hater here. It does kind of come to mind for him, even though the Wolves, he's really come on in the second half. Ant has.
Well, wait, why plot armor?
I don't know. That's just what I think when I think about him. Where it's like no one gives a shit that he was like not forcing women to get it, but like, you know, I don't know. That's just who I think of. Let me think. Other plot armor stuff. So like team.
I think people would say Shea. I wouldn't say Shea though, because they'd say because of free throws.
I guess I don't really put that. I don't know. To me, plot armor. I'm looking at a guy who's like on a bad team, probably playing a part in them being bad, and nobody's really that upset with them about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it is different how I'm thinking like the guy who's benefited most from forces outside of his control, where it's like, oh, come on, the NBA writers on this guy's side.
Oh man, I feel like I've literally had like this discussion before. The NBA writers phrase there really like it Manchurian candidated my brain. All right, who do you have here?
LeBron James. He's been reinvigorated by one of the most insane trades in NBA history. He got the cool young hot podcasting coach that he was hosting.
I wouldn't say that's outside of his control, really, but
yeah, probably
the cool hot co-worker podcasting coach, but the Luka part of it, absolutely.
And then and then it's just like, with not only the Luka trade, but it's like now we're all trying really hard on defense again, and also here's my son, and also it's just like so much is going his way where it felt like everything was ticking down, and then the writer was like, okay, come on, this I'm not gonna Gojo this guy, I gotta take care of this guy.
You could also do that with I think Jimmy Butler could be a good nod for this as well, because just like spends years cultivating not only a fan base of people that love him, but also this idea of like playoff Jimmy. Hey, regular season, it's not canon. I'm not trying until the playoffs or whatever. And then we spend this entire Heat regular season with like the Pat Riley beef where most people probably side with Jimmy. Definitely some older conservative folks who are like, hey, sign the contract, he needs to play or whatever. I'm sick of these prima donnas sitting out. But then he is the fruits of those labors. He gets to play with Steph Curry now, and he's also immediately in a position where he could just do the playoff Jimmy thing again, where it's like his numbers in Golden State haven't been crazy, but he's been the most intangibles contributing to winning guy on the planet, and the separator for them in like a tight series would probably be whether or not he can be like a 26 point per game scorer, the way we've seen him explode into in the past. So yeah, I think LeBron, that's probably the winner here, but Jimmy, I would give a nod to.
All right, who's your next award?
Okay, let me see. So I got my two smaller ones out of the way. Let me see. Do you want to do... Okay, let's do TODO Aoi Boogie Woogie Award, important role player on a great team. So this is based off of like the ending JJK fight where it's all of the most heavy hitters like in the universe. But TODO shows up and he's like, "Hey, I play a big role. Like this shit probably goes down different if I'm not here." And so for this, who would you say? This is arguably just like best role player in the NBA.
Best role player. So there's like Lou Dort, maybe.
I didn't have him on my list. I wouldn't be mad at that though.
There's some good ones. You're not counting Norm Powell, are you?
I was not. No.
Because he's the main character.
Yes. Addition by subtraction. I mean, you want to talk about plot armor. Saying that before the season, saying addition by subtraction, and then getting this kind of run, that's pretty crazy from the writers.
Are you thinking like, are any of these guys bench guys?
No. Pretty much everyone I wrote down is a starter.
Huh. Okay. Run me through the list.
Okay. So my nominees, I wrote down Al Horford for the Celtics.
Oh.
Isaiah Hartenstein for the Thunder. Amen Thompson with a question mark because he's barely really been a star player since the All-Star break, since the trade deadline or whatever, and really I expect him to be like a serious All-Star candidate next year. But the winner I had was OG Anunoby here.
I almost was gonna say him, yeah.
Yeah, especially Brunson goes down with the ankle injury in that Lakers game. In the 15-game absence Brunson had, OG averaged 25 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals on 64% true shooting, and the Knicks went 10-5 in those games, including a record of 5-2 when OG had 25 or more points. And if you combine that with the fact that he's like the only, maybe him and Josh Hart are the only consistent like real plus defenders on the roster, it's like this Knicks team, they're good without him. I think they would just like by pure talent, they would kind of rise to the upper echelons of this Eastern Conference. But without him on the roster, I think they're notably worse in like a seriously deficient playoff way.
I'd probably lean Horford for this one, for the spirit of the award, for him just being a guy who enables others to be doing damage, and it's just crazy that they have this random 40-year-old guy who can just, if he's not there, it would feel like a massive hole.
Yeah, where
on the Celtics
you
team.
are. He was the runner-up for this. I'll say that. I said him first, but like he definitely got second place for me here. If he's not with the Celtics, you are like praying to God that Porzingis is healthy. Like it's the most important thing on your mind every day.
You're playing Luke Cornett and Keita like all the time. That's like your rotation. It's definitely it feels like it knocks this down to more of a normal NBA for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you have next?
Let's see. Book 1 and 2 ZUKO spite-driven player of the year.
Oh, okay.
Who's done the most damage purely through spite?
Is it Luka?
No.
Okay. I think after tonight's game, we'll see. He goes back to Dallas the day we record this. Okay, spite-driven player of the year. Do we have Julius Randle here?
No.
Okay. Were they traded this offseason?
No.
Did they change teams?
No. But there was a change to their team that led to them ascending.
Norm Powell.
Norm Powell.
Nice.
It's been addition by subtraction. He's like, screw this. Thank God that loser Paul George is gone. I'm literally better than him.
That is such a Zuko thing to do, too. Where he's like, I can firebend better than anyone. Get out of my way.
Well, because that's where his fire was coming from before. And then it was coming from to catch the Avatar. But then, once he had joined up with them, he had to find a new source for his fire.
Once he met the dragons?
Fire, yeah, then he found to bend from within.
Norm Powell is like his sister.
Azula?
Yeah, where he's just like, she's just mad the whole series. And she just goes crazy.
I feel like if Paul George died today in a skydiving accident, Norm Powell would try and firebend tomorrow and it wouldn't work. And then he'd have to go through a spiritual journey.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. And he's probably, I mean, you want to talk about like just best years for a guy? Watching this happen to Paul George in Philadelphia, that's gotta feel good. If you're already mad at the guy or whatever, and then it's like, hey, I have to stop my podcast. I'm playing so bad. That's crazy. Who else?
And now they've all come out and taken shots. I feel like the Morris twins have, and then Harden and Kawhi have said things in the media.
Was it Harden who said everyone knows their role now or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, dude. Especially because like...
Because Paul George, it wasn't his role to do the dirty work.
But also don't ask him to dribble too much.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be the
But I don't want to just stand in the corner. I'm Paul George.
You can't use me. I'm not a spot-up shooter.
Okay.
I'm not JJ Redick. I need some pick and rolls. But I'm not a point guard. But I'm not
passing, but also
the
defense can't just single me out all the time, guys. Come on.
Yeah, look, Robert Covington and PJ, these guys do your jobs, and I'll do my job.
Yes.
And we'll figure out what my job is.
My job depends. Ask me the day of, and I'll have an answer for you.
It's I'm floating. I'm a floater.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Paul George, I'll go to my next one. Let me timestamp this hoe real quick. 56. All right. My next one, hardest watch. The hardest watch player of the year, where it's just like every time you throw it on, for whatever reason. There's a variety of reasons here. Like I have Joel Embiid on here. That's not because he's playing bad. That's because it's like it really does make me sad watching this happen. He's like a nominee here just because it's like, dude, you do not look right. Please, like, just sit out a little while or something. But beyond that, I did have Paul George as a nominee here. So I also had Bradley Beal. I also had... Yeah, there's a couple of good ones here. Yusuf Nurkic, and then Bobby Portis also. So I had 5 nominees for this, not including my winner, Kyle Kuzma. Is the guy I gave the award to.
Oh, okay. This really does blend into my next award. So
give it to me. Let's do it.
The Amy Schumer I don't want to hear from this thought ever again award. And it was between Paul George and Yusuf Nurkic because it seems like all their previous teammates hate them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who would be so? Bobby Portis, I think, not on the level of some of these
everybody
other guys.
likes Bobby Portis. It's much more a personally me. Every time he gets the rebound, I hate it kind of thing.
Yeah, Kuzma. So Kuzma's liked right now by his Bucks teammates, but he does have past teammates that hate him.
Mm-hmm.
And all of Wizards fans hate him.
Yes.
And yeah, everyone who watches him should hate him.
Well, yeah,
and he's a bad guy.
So last night,
well, he's a stupid guy.
Well, compared to the fucking, I can't even watch the Bucks anymore. I was so disgusted. Last night they make a huge 20-point fourth quarter comeback that Kevin Porter Jr. plays a massive role in, and it's a Bucks home game. The whole stadium's losing their mind every time the fucking Timberwolves can't break a zone defense, and he just gets a fast break dunk out of it. But the 20-point comeback pretty directly coincided with Kuzma getting benched. He sat down at the end of the third quarter with like a minute left, and he didn't check back in. the Bucks finished the game on a 43-19 run, including a 32-0 run in the fourth quarter. And with the Bucks, Kuzma is averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds on 52% true shooting, and he is a minus 49 through his 29 games in Milwaukee.
That is horrific. And then, so if we think bigger picture, and so Nurkic this year has just been horrible, and then also his teammates hated him in Phoenix somehow.
And he was constantly saying, like, the I don't want to play the Kevin Durant role. That quote is so crazy to me. Read the room.
And then there's Paul George and Bradley Beal, who have massive contracts that are hanging over their teams. And it probably should be Bradley Beal, because he came and ruined he came and sucked up all the air for the franchise just by him arriving, because he's got the big money. He's playing poorly, and then he's holding the team hostage with the no trade clause. He's like, suck it. So I'd probably go Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Hardest watch, I'd still go Kuzma, but for your thing, I never want to hear from him again. If I'm a Suns fan, I just like Bradley Beal is public enemy number one, more so than anyone else. So that's like Yusuf Nurkic. It's one thing to suck and be annoying, but to do it through the lens of, hey, I'm 30% of your cap, and I'm just like, there's nothing you can do about it. I essentially tricked you guys into getting me here.
I'm dragging out your death.
Yeah. I poisoned you. I'm going to watch you die. That's different than what Nurkic did.
I've got the antidote.
All right. I have to go to the bathroom. So let's pause it real quick.
Oh, scrolling to the pause button. Pressing it.
Epic. BRB. All right. We just did hardest watch / Amy Schumer. Do you want to do one next, or you want me to?
I'll just throw in my last one.
Oh.
Rose in the Concrete Award. The award for the player who's been the most brilliant in the worst possible situation.
Oh, okay. I have one similar to this. I have the Bulls Alex Caruso Award. Bad team wastes a good role player. So not quite the same. I'm going to take a shot. Is yours Quentin Grimes?
No.
Okay. Kobe White?
No.
Is it like a star, like an all-star level player?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. All right. Bryce Sensabaugh.
It's actually Bryce Sensabaugh from the Utah Jazz.
Oh, I've never heard of this guy.
So I've got some numbers pulled up for you, okay? Well, they're not actually pulled up yet. They're being pulled up while I'm speaking right now. It's actually a process called multitasking. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. So what I'm actually doing is
How the fuck are these not up?
What
are the numbers?
So his percentage at the rim, 67%.
Better than Cade.
Pretty good. Yeah, Cade wishes. His short mid-range, 47%.
Better than Şengün.
74th percentile. That probably similar to Cade number 2. All mid-range, 45%. Pretty good.
I mean, better than who's a terrible mid-range guy?
Freaking Saboner. I don't know.
There you go. Hey, better than everything for him.
Biggest loser award, and I'm not talking weight loss.
Oh, damn. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
All three-pointers, 42%. Corner threes, 50%. Non-corner threes, 38%. The guy put on a scoring clinic. I think he's shooting 90% from the free throw line. It's just incredibly clear that let's just say the Nuggets should go after him.
Hey, I would love that. Maybe new GM finally opens his eyes.
We could... Ooh, if they make me GM, I'd look into it.
Jokic, Sensabaugh, pick and pop, dude. Holy shit.
He can literally do everything Jamal Murray did on offense, too.
Okay. So Bulls Alex Caruso, bad team wastes a good player award, or good role player. Nominees.
Yeah, Bryce fits that.
I guess. He's not a role player, though. He's a star.
I know, well, right now he's a role player.
All right. I did almost write him down. I had 4 nominees and 1 winner. I had Quentin Grimes, Najee Marshall, Royce O'Neal, and Keon Ellis. And then the winner, I fucking hate that he's still here, Cam Johnson with the Brooklyn Nets. Like, I had Quentin Grimes almost won, but I do genuinely feel like Grimes more so the explosion that we're seeing from him, we're entering like different territory where it's like, hey, are we looking, is this like, are you
franchise player.
Are you building in 24 points per game for this guy or something? But with Cam Johnson, it's just like good role player shit on a team that does not need it. He averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists this season on 63% true shooting with the Nets in a pretty poor offensive setting. Not a ton of like, rim pressure or really other like viable offensive players around him. And so that was crazy. Plus, he's still a clear positive defender at a really important position. I think he would help a number of very talented teams right now. If somebody moved, hey, you want a different, 6'10" guy who could shoot, maybe throw in, I don't know, Day'Ron Sharpe or somebody. We could have a conversation. Mr. Brooklyn Nets, I don't know. Mobius, let me know. I got a pretty good shooter who's pretty tall. He's making, you could afford him. He's making a lot of money, but you got some room, so it'll be all right.
MPJ Cam Thomas dream duo in Brooklyn.
Oh God, Jesus. The one I forgot to write down. Oh, well, I have 2 left, I guess. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, in the NFL, for many years, the best left tackle in the league was this guy named Joe Thomas in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. And I remember Joe Thomas.
Yeah, he just spent his whole career like, you're not getting by me. Oh, my God, he's shutting down everybody on the left side. But nothing happens because the quarterback's bad and the running back's bad and the wide receivers are bad.
I do love that in football where, like, if you're the greatest offensive lineman ever, it kind of doesn't matter.
Well, you still need 4 other ones next to you.
Yeah. It's very much just like, hey, we're not getting beat there. So, like, that's good.
It's like the ship is going down, but one guy is like, I got this hole plugged. No water's coming in at all.
No water's coming through here. He's underwater. Okay, let me timestamp this shit. 107. So weirdest season is one more that I had fleshed out. Weirdest season for a player. Do you have any guesses or any nominees at all?
Weirdest season. Let's see. I'm trying to. Well, for Luka, it's very weird that he was traded.
He would be a good. I didn't write him down, but that I'll put him on the list because that's pretty good. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Weirdest season. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to.
So the nominees I had, Luka, I'll put here. That's totally fine. I also wrote down Zach LaVine, 18-24 record with the Bulls. So he spends the whole year putting up like fringe all-star numbers with the Bulls. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. Bounce back year for Zach LaVine. They go, what is that, 6 games under 500 or 3 games or whatever. Then he gets traded to the Kings. And they go 13-16 with him there. And so it's just like this whole bizarre season of like, hey, not only do you finally leave Chicago and you're playing some great basketball and all this other shit, but you just get paired. It's Chicago again. You just get moved to South California, Chicago. And so that's bizarre. I also wrote down Jokic just because, like, historic season. That's the one thing a lot of Nuggets fans have been talking about is, like, it's scary when you get, like, A-plus Jokic games and still lose. Like, this is the uncharted territory that we've been in lately.
Yeah, he's in, like, this is, like, his Kevin Garnett year, where he's like, God, I'm the best guy on earth, but doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
This is his Joe Thomas year, I guess.
Doesn't matter. Fucking, the Lakers have Karl Malone at power forward, so they're going to go play the Pistons. All right.
In practice the next day, he's like, Coach, did you see what I did? And he's like, he's looking across the gym at Jalen Pickett. He's like, I'd like to shank that guy, that bastard. He's why we're losing.
Yeah,
you know that,
Jokic.
Right?
That's great. Wow, good job,
if I
buddy.
kill it, he's one of Calvin Booth's Horcruxes. If I just take him down, I just need to figure out the others.
The
Hunter
voices.
Tyson.
Kill Jalen Pickett. Kill. But the winner I had for this award, Ja Morant. So he spends all of last season with the weird hurt injury into suspension with the gun and all that. Nightmare season last year. They're coming into this year with a lot of steam. A lot of people had the Grizzlies as like a really competitive team in the Western Conference.
Call him Willie.
What? Steamboat Willie?
Yeah.
Nice. Do the dance now.
I don't know his dance.
Wow. Fake Steamboat Willie fan.
Well, he's public domain.
We're gonna kill you.
I could do what I want with Steamboat Willie. I could.
Oh, jeez. What do you want to do with him?
I want to draw him getting his chakra points blocked by Hinata in a fight.
Whoa.
Yep.
He probably scales super high. Every cartoon character from before 1950 scales to like continental level.
Because that's what they had on their mind back then. Destruction. They were
exactly.
How can we destroy Indochina in one fell swoop?
Steamboat Willie, he was an allegory he was the reverse Godzilla. He was the nuclear bomb from the Americans' perspective. So, yeah, he's crazy powerful.
But yeah, guys, when we put out merch, that's what it'll be. Hinata versus Steamboat Willie.
Versus Steamboat Willie. All right. But yeah, so they come into this season. I mean, a lot of people, I expected them to be like a top 4, top 5-ish seed. And they run an offense that's not good for their best player. They run an offense that makes his life specifically much more difficult. And he's in and out of the lineup, and his numbers suffer because of it. And that's already weird.
It's for the community.
For the team. It's for a team approach to basketball.
We're all just cogs in the wheel.
But so that's already weird. But then on top of that, in what is a normal NBA, you also have one of the weirdest head coach firings of all time. Firing your head coach, what were they, 2 weeks out from the playoffs at that point? That was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks maybe. And his numbers immediately tick back up. He's been really good lately. And so, yeah, just a bizarre year for Ja Morant.
Yeah. So who? Ja, Jokic, and who's the other one?
I wrote down Zach LaVine and Luka. You're not.
Yeah, I'd probably go. Who would be most disoriented by what's it? I think probably Luka would be the most shocked by what's happened. Because
like if you went back in time and told them, or what?
Like if you were just like interviewing these guys, and like the guy who would look back on his season and be most confused.
Oh, I mean, easily, yes.
Yeah, because he's like, so I got us to the finals. We were the best team in the league, arguably, like by net rating and a lot of
I got us to the
when
finals.
Fully healthy.
That really hurt, by the way. My calf was not good.
So I was injured, got us to the finals. We come back this season with more talent. When we're fully healthy, we're playing really, really good. And then I'm traded because I'm too fat to play. Okay, and I'm on the Lakers with LeBron James and JJ Redick, my former teammate. Okay,
all right, whatever. Okay, let's go. I guess
Lakers. This is real. Okay,
all right. Yeah, JJ Redick in your dreams, pal. Just it seems like a fake scenario. Okay, weirdest seasons. The last one I wrote down, I meant to flesh this out more.
Imagine, like, just, you know how people are always like, we should start a podcast.
Yeah.
Like JJ Redick just in his podcasts with Luka and LeBron. We should start a basketball team.
We should play basketball together,
you
guys.
It'd be so sick.
You know, Jason Kidd, I like the guy. He's terrible. He's not using you right at all. Seriously. I think I could do a better job, maybe. Okay, so the last one, and I didn't even, this is just off the cuff, once you brought up, I think when we were talking about the Kings, the 4th most unhappy fan base in the NBA. Who do we think that is right now? Because top 3, Mavs, Suns, Sixers, pretty clearly, I feel like. How do you feel?
Mavs, Suns, Sixers. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty strong top three. So the Bulls should be, but the masses of Bulls fans are the
You're
dumbest.
an outlier. You're an outlier.
They're the dumbest people on earth. It's a city full of there must be lobotomy juice in the Italian beef, because the second you give them an inch with Josh Giddey with this fraudulent month, they're like, we're literally back. This is the best. This is so epic. But let's see. Let's start at the bottom. So none of these bottom Western Conference teams feel super bad because they're all ready to tank. Bottom of the Eastern Conference, besides the usual suspects, I mean, Miami probably should feel pretty bad, right? There's not a great template going forward, and you're like, we probably should tank. We're probably not gonna. And our star player just turned on us and forced his way out. Bucks, you're probably a little bit worried, but you still have Giannis. I don't know. Is it? Well, Clippers fans are happy right now.
Yeah, I don't think Clippers fans are upset. I think
Who do you think
maybe
it is?
we revisit this in a year. I think it might be the Kings, really.
Oh,
can
it
you hear me?
lagged. I think we're back now, though.
God fucking damn it.
Wait, so who did you say it was?
I think it's the Kings, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Where it's just, I feel like they take aspects of all of the stuff that you just talked about, where it's like with the Heat, it's at least it's easier. Like if you could like hypnotize Pat Riley or get like a cyborg Pat Riley in there who would be willing to blow it up, it's a lot easier. You're getting assets for Bam Adebayo, no question. You're getting assets for Tyler Hero, no question. Honestly, they have role players that I think would probably fetch some assets. You could start a rebuild pretty easily. With the Kings, it's like, hey, who's buying Sabonis right now? Who's buying? I mean, the Model T just dropped, and I'm trying to sell my horse and buggy, and the market's just not looking very good. Who's buying Zach LaVine? Probably nobody.
No one.
Who's buying DeRozan hoops? Nobody.
Probably no one.
And so,
Who's buying Malik Monk? Maybe someone.
A lot of people, because his contract, he's the part I feel the worst about. He took like a pay cut to be like, hey, light the beam, baby. And now it's like very DeAndre Jordan with the Clippers-esque, where he re-signed and everybody was gone in like 18 months.
And it seems like him and Fox aren't friends anymore, which they were college teammates.
Yeah, that's sad. Maybe he's not cool with scamming. Maybe he just found out what crypto is.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
he's
makes
like,
sense.
De'Aaron, this isn't you. Stop.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. Kings, let me look up. Okay. The Hornets, they're probably numb to it, but I think they have an argument to be unhappy in a different way, where it's like, if like as an outsider to the Hornets, not really that much hope that everything is going to like coalesce and you're going to get like the Steph Curry kind of turnaround from LaMelo's ankles, and Mark Williams is going to work, and you'll hit on like Salon, or really even hit on the guy you get in this draft, depending on where you get like a pick in the order or whatever. Mavs fans, well, they're top 3, so yeah, not them. Hornets, they could be there, but yeah, I think my pick would be Kings. And if you were really upset about the mid, like if you're someone who really hates being mid the way that you do, Pablo, you could make an argument for the Raptors too, I think.
Yeah, I'd be upset, but I don't know if they are at large, because they're like literally RJ Barrett's Canadian. This is epic.
Yeah, I can't do the Toronto accent, but Brandon Ingram, smoke that you know.
Smoke that you.
Okay, well, what are we at on time for this?
1:18.
1:18? Okay, all right. Do you want to pad it out at all, or are you cooling?
I'm cooling, to be honest. I'm cooling.
I'm cooling in the cut. But
Screw
I'm also
these guys.
booling in the butt.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's both gangs, I think. But there's probably a lot more that say different stuff. So, yeah.
Tren de agua. They say I'm a gay barber. That's how they avoid suspicion.
President Jinping tried to tell me that, and I said, "Ha, you're not getting me again, President. You know,
You're not.
Pay the money, pal.
Take my car. That's too
Yo,
big.
I've been seeing so many good Chinese cars. The PR is going crazy.
Oh my god, dude! If they could just put them here, but let them in,
It's
and
like
let Tesla go out of business.
well, it's like they put Ford out of business. It's like the nicest luxury car on the market versus like a $20,000 commuter car from this Chinese company. And the Chinese car just obliterates it in
and it's
every
literally the
test.
Spy Kids car. It's
Yes.
driving on water.
Yeah. Or like they have it going over bumps and like a Mercedes Benz or whatever. It looks like you're like you're like rolling down a hill or something. And in the Chinese car, it's just the smoothest shit you've ever seen. Yeah, they've got us. It's the Chinese century, ladies and gentlemen, and the sooner you embrace that, I think the sooner a lot of stuff will change.
China, if you subsidize the CBA and you get all the top players there, we will come and we will live in China and we will be part of the media ecosphere. And
Absolutely. I'll be a state-driven media figure for China. I'll be China Fox News.
Yeah, I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever you want as long as I get an apartment in Chongqing.
Kenny Lofton had 40 points and 40 rebounds. I can't finish it. There's Tucker Carlson though.
But they try and tell you he's too fat to play in
They try and tell you he's too fat, but have you ever wondered the benefits of Bunda in the NBA?
Oh, okay, nice. But yeah, I've been locked in on some Khan Knipple. He's so good.
Nice. He is really good. How tall is he?
He's listed at 6'7", but college they always exaggerate. So
that seems like big. If I imagine Klay Thompson where he is, it seems like Klay would be a lot bigger.
I'm guessing 6'5" barefoot. So not bad at all.
Okay. I haven't been locked in on shit, and I probably won't.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I watched all of Severance.
What'd you think? Oh, we could trade. I watched Memories of Murder.
No, solo leveling. Yeah, that would be the trade.
No. Okay.
Severance fans, when they run down the blank hallway again. Ooh.
He's trying to act like he didn't like it.
No, Severance is great.
It's really good.
What's it called? Because I scammed. Because I got 3 free months of Apple TV. Because I got my phone replaced for free.
Nice.
Like, here's 3 free months. But no, it was good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Memories of Murder was incredible. It changed my life. It was such a beautiful movie. I liked all the actors a lot. It was funny. It was way funnier than I thought it was gonna be.
It's simultaneously so dark and scary and funny.
Yeah, like when he had the theory of this guy has to shave his pubes. He can't have pubes. And then it cuts to him like staring at dicks in the bathhouse or whatever. That was so funny.
Do you get the ending? I had to look up the ending the first time I watched
I just
it.
I haven't done any research on it. I liked like the way the ending made me feel. Like he's still out there or whatever. And I Googled. So it's based on a real guy who was getting away with it when the movie came out, right?
Yeah, they still didn't know who it was. And
yeah.
So it was like he's looking out to the theater. And so when you're in theaters, it's like, oh my God, is he sitting next to me? And then they caught the real guy, and he was like, yeah, I saw it. Wasn't that good.
Wasn't that good. It wasn't anything like me. I think I liked Zodiac a smidge more. But I think it's probably a better rewatch. Memories of Murder is just because Zodiac is like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, I saw yesterday. What is it called? Hell of a Summer. You know?
Oh! I've seen posters for it. Was it good?
If you're into, I'm always gonna be into that type of movie. Just summer camp and a murderer is loose.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's like the most basic form of that story possible, pretty much.
Yeah, Like no kind of like silly take on it or dumb angle with it at all.
It's like it's not the most straightforward thing in the world, but yeah, it's not super duper interesting. Like I won't remember this movie probably going forward.
I can't remember what I was gonna go see. Let me pull up my AMC stubs.
Ooh, I want to see that Warfare movie that's gonna be out on.
That looks so dumb. I mean, I'll probably see it just because, just so I can be a hater and be like, oh, we got another Woman in the Yard. I wanted to see. I thought that looked good.
Oh yeah, I got to see that.
But yeah, the Warfare movie looks so stupid to me.
What is it? I don't know what it's about specifically. I just saw the trailer. I was like, oh, this looks.
Well, it's okay. So the whole thing, I guess the woke take on war movies now is that it's pretty stupid that we're just like movies used to just be, our soldiers are so sad because they had to go to your country and burn down all these fucking buildings and stuff. And yeah, it was so hard on our guys when they did that. And there are some war movies like the Jake Gyllenhaal movie Jarhead. I like that one a lot. And even though it doesn't focus on like the people of Iraq or anything, I feel like it's still a good subversion of like a lot of the more traditional war movie type things. The trailer for Warfare, it just straight up looks like there's a bunch of savages surrounding us. Jesus, you gotta get us the fuck out of here. And they're like, there's like a family, and they're like, well, these are the good ones. We'll save them. And it's just like, oh Jesus, it looks.
I love Bush era propaganda. You know, I didn't. You know who this is? Written and directed by
Alex Garland.
Yeah, the Civil War guy.
Well, to make Civil War, so we get a movie.
What was he mad about with Civil War?
Him? I don't know. People were mad about the fact that his movie, like, it was. I think it was marketed as like having a point.
Check out the Civil War, and then it's like, well, it's about
journalism. Yeah, come on. But yeah, so for him to follow that movie up, the movie with famously no stance, at least politically, to follow that up with 2025 Bush propaganda is pretty crazy.
Oh, and this I really want to see too. Drop. This is this is like Trap.
I've seen a bunch of stuff. I mean, I've seen the trailer a million times.
This is Michael Bay.
He's got sauce, dude. You know what's crazy? So my girlfriend has never seen any of the Transformers movies.
The first one is good, and the first.
I think several of them are pretty good. It's just definitely.
What's the order?
I have no idea. You have Transformers.
I feel like every Shia LaBeouf one might be good.
The first one is just Transformers. Then I think there's Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay, and then Dark Side of the Moon.
I think that one's Mark Wahlberg. But yeah, I just remember in one of them there's like two insane like oh shit, are we lagging?
No.
There's like two Fiats or like small or Kia Souls. There's two Kia Souls that are like twins with the craziest black scent you have. It's like Aquafina is doing like a Transformers movie, and it's like Michael Bay wrote these lines. This is kind of crazy. I don't love that.
The newest one, actually, it's not the newest one anymore, but the one with what's his name, Anthony Ramos.
Yeah,
it wasn't very good.
I just like it when Shia LaBeouf is a bad guy, I'm pretty sure. So pirate these movies.
Yeah, he's definitely a bad guy.
But when he's yelling, when they're like, "Hey, what's up with your car?" and he's like, "Nothing's wrong with my car." Cinema.
Sam Witwicky, that's me.
Sam Witwicky. Optimus Prime, dude. Damn. Shout out to Optimus. Shout out to Peter Griffin. Shout out to Fortnite.
I have trouble telling the Transformers apart.
Racist. Crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Well, they all have like a distinct where do you get lost?
Well, it's just like I know the big ones, but even like if you put a picture of Starscream in front of me, like Starscream and Megatron.
Oh, well,
Megatron's bigger, right?
yes. To me, I can tell them apart in the context of the movie. Where if a plane flies in and then it turns into a robot, I'm like, oh, Starscream, cool. Same with like, well, for most of them, it's their weapon, really. Where it's like, Ratchet, the doctor guy. If an ambulance drives up and then turns into a robot, I'm like, cool, Ratchet's here versus Ironhide or whatever.
See, I could never remember a single name of the supporting ones.
In the later ones, you get into like, there's like a ninja, and there's like a fat army veteran one who like has actual grenades and stuff. It's crazy, and I don't know their names. Those are movies I've had on in the background.
And I never saw Bumblebee, but I hope Haley Steinfeld didn't have sex with the car in the movie.
Me too. That's an insane. I don't even think that was on the table.
I don't know. That's what the trailers made it seem like. Guys, comment down below if she had sex with the car.
Guys, yeah, comment that. Comment. Shout out to Optimus Prime, and I guess we'll see you in a couple days.
Basketball is an endurance race. Whoever's got something left to give in the fourth quarter wins. Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.